friends, this is David Modell looking at the markets. I love to bring you things that no one else is talking about. I haven't seen anyone else on YouTube talking about base metals. Everybody's talking about gold and silver, and that's cool. I talk about it as well. But gold and silver right now, short term, are, I believe, a bit expensive. They're a bit high. Not long term. I know gold has been as high as almost $1,900. Silver has been as high as $50 an ounce. So, they have a long way to go before they get to their long-term price objectives. I get that. But short-term, they've blasted off so high recently that you might want to consider waiting for a pullback in gold and or silver before you continue to accumulate. But as far as other metals that no one seems to be talking about, maybe someone is talking about it, but I looked, I didn't see anybody else talking about these on YouTube, and that's base metals, and they are down, and you can invest in these. So you might want to consider it, all right? Because really, you want to look where everybody else is not looking. If there's hype in something, that's not the place to go to invest, in my opinion. I mean, you have to make your own decisions, of course, all right? Do your own research, make your own decisions, but I like to alert you to things that no one else is talking about. I like to invest in things that are quiet, not hyped. So, for example, aluminum, all right? And how can you trade aluminum? Well, probably the most liquid asset in the stock market that's directly involved with aluminum is Alcoa, ticker symbol AA, and they're a huge American aluminum company. And they're the stock price, as you can see in this chart, it's down to levels, really recession levels. Okay, this is where it was in 2009 and also in, looks like 2015, 16. Early 2016, it was down at this level. And it's there again. And that's pretty much a support level. It bounced off of that level, or pretty close to it, during the recession, and in 2016 it made a huge move since then, although it took a few years. So we're talking long term here, or even short term, really. I mean, it's really low. Okay, so you might want to wait until it starts to hook upwards. I get that, but that's something to look at. I mean, if you have to buy American stocks, I like to buy stuff that no one likes, as you probably have figured out right now. And Alcoa would be in that category, and they concentrate on aluminum, which is considered a base metal, but it's a necessary metal. Try to imagine a world without aluminum. I mean, it's as necessary as, I would say, other metals that you may be more familiar with, okay? Other ways to play the base metals bear market, if you will. Here's one way if you really want to just catch the entire sector or capture the entire sector. This is the Invesco DB Base Metals Fund, ticker symbol DBB. And everything else I'm going to mention today besides Alcoa is going to be low volume and not as liquid. So be aware of that. The bid-ask spread might not be favorable on these. Okay, you're not going to have a lot of shares traded on a daily basis. So if you want high volume, go with Alcoa. All right, if you want to trade any of these. But anyway, if you want to capture all the whole sector, this is one way to do it. Ticker symbol DBB. And as you can see on the 1-year chart, yeah, it's the lowest it's been in a year at least. All right, so it's pretty cheap, and it's not a very expensive. It's less than $15 right now as I'm making this video, so it's not the most expensive ETF out there. And I don't know, might be worth considering. Okay, let's take a look at COPX, the Global X Copper Miners ETF. Another ETF, not very liquid, not a lot of volume, be aware of that, but it's, again, not very expensive, and you can capture the copper sector this way because that's what it tracks. And as you can see on the 1-year chart, it's as low as it's been in at least a year, and it's less than $17 per share right now. Okay, not too bad. I think most people can afford that. This one's not quite as cheap as far as just affordability. This is a $40, 40 and change ETN. It's kind of like an ETF. JJU is the ticker symbol, and it's the iPath Series B Bloomberg Aluminum Sub-Index Total Return. This is a more direct and pure aluminum play as opposed to Alcoa. They do aluminum, but they also get involved with other metals as well. So it's not a pure play in terms of aluminum, whereas this is a purer play, but it's not very liquid, not a lot of volume on this, so be aware of that. Watch for those bid-ask spreads. Don't get ripped off in that way. But it's down on the 1-year chart. It's as low as it's been in at least a year. So these base metals are down. I mean, something to think about. I know it's not exciting, okay? Gold and silver are more exciting because you just get to hear more about it, all right? And, gold and silver are fun to think about, and you can buy them and you can hold them and they're shiny. And the base metals, I mean, even the name, base metals, it's not a very exciting name, but you can still make money off of them if you catch them at the right time. And making money is exciting no matter what it is, okay, in the markets. And tin, okay, tin is not very exciting. You may never think about it much. But the iPath Series B Bloomberg Tin Subindex Total Return ETN, it's an exchange traded note, similar to an ETF in how it works, but a little bit different. And a $43 stock, or give or take a few pennies. And on the 1-year chart, it's as low as it's been in at least a year again. All right, so, but again, be careful of the bid-ask spread. These are not very liquid, not a lot of shares traded. In fact, I'll even take a look. Yeah, the volume is in the hundreds, not in the millions. So be aware of that, all right? So make sure you get a favorable price. And one way to do that, one way to get a more favorable price at least, is by using limit orders instead of market orders. That's a whole separate lesson, but at least with a limit order, you can buy at your price rather than whatever price the market just wants to give you. Okay, so these are things to think about. All right, again, is it? You have to ask yourself: is it about having the most exciting trade, or is it about having the most profitable trade and buying what's low so you can sell at a higher price? Things to think about. All right, I hope I'm giving you value with these videos. And if you like it, then why don't you go ahead and give it a thumbs up right now and show your appreciation, all right? And subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and hit that notification bell. And if you would like some help with your trading or investing, I do offer coaching. For the coaching, you can email me at davidmodell@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'll talk to you again soon.